Looking around this table, Prime Minister, it's inspiring to see so many friends from different places and different communities. We have come together today because we know a fundamental truth. We are stronger together. Immediately after October 7th, the Jewish people rallied together like never before. As we enter a new era, I pray that we maintain and build on this unity. Doing so will take bold leadership like so many of you have shown, and leadership that we have been so grateful to see from the state of Israel and our Prime Minister. Prime Minister Netanyahu, the floor is yours.
I want to thank you on behalf of Sarah, myself, and our delegation for coming here. And I beg your indulgence that this will be a short meeting. We're in the midst of war, a war for our survival, a war for the future of the Jewish state and the Jewish people. Nothing short of it. We're engaged, we're seized with the seven-front war organized by Iran, with its principal proxies, Hamas, and its principal proxy, Hezbollah. Hezbollah is the world's greatest terrorist organization. It's murdered more Americans than any other terrorist organization, with the exception of bin Laden's. They killed the Marines, they've killed other Americans, they've killed thousands of Israelis. They have made our life miserable for the last 20 years. In Lebanon, they turned, in the last year, our northern border into a no man's land, where they fire into our cities, into our communities, against our citizens. They do this from their own human shield that they create, with their principal weaponry embedded in the homes of Lebanese civilians. I call it a rocket in every living room and a missile in every garage. That's what they're doing. We decided about 10 days ago that we will add the return of our citizens safely to their homes as a warning. It's not only a warning, but we cannot exist. We cannot have a future for Israel if we allow them to drive people out. It's equivalent if you want. I mean, I talked about San Diego and El Paso being empty, and proportionately that's about the numbers we're talking about. But think about a strip of land extending from California all the way to Texas, empty. 2 million people leave. Would America sustain it? Would any country sustain this? Of course not. Well, we've sustained it for a year, and we said, as I said in the UN an hour ago, enough is enough. And the only way to do this is to change the balance of forces on the ground and the balance of deterrence. That requires taking out the leadership, taking out their leadership, because that leadership is the one factor that keeps fighting for the annihilation of Israel with an unparalleled fanaticism. They are trying to tie everything together. How do you say it? Civil. I would say that leadership is the axis of the axis. In addition to Iran, it's the axis of the axis. And they're trying to connect everything in an organized plan to destroy the Jewish state. This is not a theoretical plan, it's a concrete plan. And it hinges in many ways on Hezbollah. So we set out to change this. When you have something like this, there's an inevitable exchange of blows. There's inevitable turbulence. You hit rough waters. That's where we are right now. So it's not that it's over, it's just beginning. And I expect to have the same kind of unity and the same kind of solidarity that we've had, and even more so, because we're in a battle for the life of our people. So I want to thank you for being here, standing for our people, standing for the truth, standing for Western civilization. These people are out to conquer the Middle East. To conquer the Middle East, they have to destroy the one factor that's standing in their way, and that's the state of Israel. And in defending ourselves, we're defending Western civilization. We're defending America, we're defending Europe, we're defending our Arab partners, who will be the first to be conquered after Israel is decimated according to their plans. We have to act, and it's not easy to make those decisions. But once made, we have to follow through. and we are going to follow through. We're going to win. We are winning. And I thank you for helping all of us win this crucial battle. I've got with us representatives of 6 families out of many of the hostage families, and I mentioned that it's not only live hostages that they have, they took corpses as hostages. Corpses as hostages. It tells you who these monsters are. It should tell the entire world who these people are and what we're up against. You know that, we know that. I want to thank the hostage families for coming here and helping us bring that message to the world, but we still have a big job ahead of us, and everyone here, I'm sure, will play his and her part. So thank you for that in advance. I have 2 minutes. Let's use it.
Who wants to say a few words? Eli, you want to say a few words? You're good? Okay. Oh, that's
Thanks for the invitation to the trip. Small trip for us. And now it's blew up and we should go back. But good speech, and I hope we will see the positives as soon as possible.
Do you want to say a few words? Short, brief?
Look, we are grateful for all you've done. It's a very, very challenging time for our community, for all of Jews being in America. I am involved in the New York Jewish community, the largest Jewish community in the world, and is now very, very concerned about anti-Semitism. The state's great. We worry for the plight of hostages, and we hope that all of these forces will be defeated quickly and bring peace back home.
Thank you.
I want to say about the hostages that we've been doing everything we can, many things that are not known publicly, not even known to our dear families here, but we're not giving up on this, and it may very well turn out, as we hope, that this very forceful action in Lebanon, on which Hamas depends, they depend on having a strong Hezbollah, basically to lean on their shoulders. We want to take that shoulder away. And I think this, and hope that this will help us bring the hostages back as well.
Can we do it without